So in today's video, I'm going to go over my time with the Meta Quest 3S. I've had access for a couple of weeks. I've been really using it heavy for the last day or two. And to not waste your time, if you are a Quest 2 owner, this is a very obvious upgrade. Now, the main reason this headset even exists is because Meta want you to move on to the next generation of Snapdragon chipset. This has got the XR2 Gen 2 chip, same as Quest 3. As you know, or maybe you don't know, games like Batman and Alien, just as an example, are going to be using the new chip, so you won't be able to play those games. I also have heard that Meta have got a lot of new titles coming for next year, and you probably will be left behind. So if for some reason you're thinking to yourself, I can get away with staying on Quest 2, you might be able to for a while. But in all honesty, the reason this is such an aggressively priced headset at $299 for the 128 gig model is because they want you to upgrade. Is there enough reasons to upgrade though, aside from the chip? Yes, there is. You've got full color pass-through mixed reality. I can't tell if I'm in a Meta Quest 3 or Meta Quest 3S. Mixed reality on both of these headsets is the same for me. I couldn't tell you which headset I'm using when I'm playing certain games. Now, one of the big technical differences between Quest 3 and Quest 3S is this hasn't got a depth sensor. It basically works out depth by using software, and it must be fantastic because, as I said, I hardly ever know the difference between using this and Quest 3. Mixed reality is a massive win, and you basically can't enjoy it on Quest 2 because it's black and white. The next big upgrade is the controllers. These controllers on Quest 2, they're just bulky. I don't like them. I haven't used them in over a year. These have superior haptics. They're more comfy, they're lighter, and they're just all round a better feeling controller in your hand. Another thing you guys asked me to test is mic quality of Quest 3S. Mic check, 1 2 1 2, skibbity bip bip. Let's test it for the screamers. You're going to be really loud. And yeah, Meta Quest 3S mic check complete. Negatives between the Quest 2 and Quest 3S, and there is some. There's no auxiliary port, so you cannot add any headphones, which is, I think, a really bizarre decision. The more I've had this headset, I'm kind of wondering why that's not in there. Second to that, there is no IR sensor in the headset. So normally right in the middle here is a sensor. So basically the headset will know when you're not wearing it and when you are wearing it. But I still went ahead and tested how long it would take to shut down. And it's probably using the internal gyroscopes to work out whether you're still moving in the headset. And it takes around 1 minute to automatically shut down, which is nice to know because it means if you do leave it on and put it down, then it will still shut down. One thing I like on this headset more than the Quest 3 is the action button, or the pass-through button, whatever you want to call it. And basically you just press this once and it takes you from mixed reality to virtual reality. Now, I guess the next biggest thing to talk about is the Fresnel lenses. If you know what they are, basically they're like loads and loads of little circles that you'll see sometimes when you're in a game, depending on how bright it is, compared to the pancake lenses of the Quest 3. As you can see, there are no circles, and that's because pancake lenses are vastly superior. And this is where, when we get a little bit further into the video, we're going to be talking about what you should spend your money on. So the other thing to mention about Fresnel lenses is sweet spot. And just like Quest 2, Quest 3, you basically got 3 selections of IPD. With pancake lenses with Quest 3, it doesn't really matter what you select, you still have a very good image. And it's going to be the same if you just got Quest 2, you'll know what I'm talking about. Either your eyes work really well with these pre-selected IPD selections, or they kind of don't. You know, I know some people who have a lower IPD and they struggle to get a really clear image. So that again is a benefit of pancake lenses versus Fresnel lenses. So with that in mind, what's it like to game on the Quest 3S, especially using games like Metro? The Quest 3S is a great gaming headset. Playing Metro Awakening today was a fantastic experience, and even though the resolution is lower than Quest 3, I think it actually looks really good. I forgot about the Fresnel lenses the more I played and got immersed, and to be clear, Metro is a good looking game, and trying to capture it to look as good as it does in the headset is near impossible at the moment. I think it's due to Metro using asynchronous space warp, which looks fine in the headset but does come across a bit janky on recordings. Plus, this version of the game is from Gamescom back in August, but I can't wait to review it very soon. The only other negative of this headset is comfort. This headset, I think, is slightly lighter than Quest 3, but it's like longer. The technology inside isn't as compact, so when you wear it, you kind of do feel it front heavy. Now, I don't care what anyone says, the best head strap in the business is the Bobo S3. This head strap is fantastic, and it fits straight away on the Quest 3S. I've used it. is only for my review that I keep using this strap, because I feel some of you might just get this out of the box and not be upgrading instantly. I'm going to leave you a link in the video description for you to check out the review of this head strap. This is a must purchase for comfort. This back strap basically takes the weight from the front of the face to the back of the head, and this strap here puts it as on the front of your forehead. Using both of those, the Quest 3S is actually quite comfortable. Considering that normally form factor is a big deal, that head strap does take that out of the equation quite a lot. So then it basically just comes down to what's it like to use. And for $299, this is a fantastic deal. You get Batman for free, which is going to be $50. You get 3 months of Quest Plus subscription service bundled in there as well. And if you use the link in my video description, you'll get $30 Quest cash for you to buy a game off the store. So just to clarify the reasons I think anyone should upgrade and the benefits of this headset: full color pass-through mixed reality. The display is actually better than I expected. The controllers are better. I actually kind of like this button on the bottom. I hope when Quest 4 comes out, we still get this action button. I'm not a fan of the double tapping. I think it's pretty cool. This is a no-brainer upgrade for $299. However, if you are thinking about getting the 256, this is where we need to talk. 256 is $399, but for another $100, and this is where it gets crazy, you can get the 512 version of the Meta Quest 3, which has a better display, it has better lenses, and it has a better form factor. It just feels better to wear. And this is why the video has been so difficult to make, because it's been very hard to go backwards. If you're thinking about getting into this seriously, get the Quest 3 for $499. But if you are on a budget and you are like thinking, I want to get into VR, what headset do I buy? Then get the Quest 3S. The same thing for Meta Quest 3. If you are thinking about getting a Quest 3, which I do recommend, and I definitely do recommend getting the Bobo strap, there's an affiliate link in the video description where you can get $30 Quest cash. That it doesn't cost you anything. You just get that money just by using that link. It's just been difficult to try and find myself wanting to recommend a headset that is worse than the Quest 3, because this is worse. It's not majorly worse. It's actually really good. If I met you in the street and you said to me, I've never used VR and I don't know what headset to get, I would recommend this. I would say it's $299. You get 128 gigs of storage, which means if you're happy uninstalling and reinstalling your games, you get access to all the new games that are coming out soon and in the future. You get better controllers. So yeah, and you get full color pass-through mixed reality. So another question that came up was regarding Batman. So if you do buy a Meta Quest 3S or a Meta Quest 3, how are you going to redeem it? So when I first went into my Meta Quest 3, after I'd done my full setup, it basically said, try Batman now. And there was the word redeem. I clicked that. It gave me a download to let me know the release date. And I'm assuming that will update on the 22nd to be the full game. So there it is. That's my thoughts on this. If you've only got $300, get the 128. It's a fantastic product. If you've got more money, don't get the 256. I just don't even see why it exists. I would literally do my best, take more of a leap, and go for the Meta Quest 3. I think in the long run, if you end up enjoying VR as much as I do, then you'll want to sell this within a couple of months and go for the Quest 3 anyway. So there it is. It's very hard to recommend a product that's not as good as the product you already have, but I've done my best to be completely straight with you. And let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thank you very much.